He makes dumb jokes while he shoots his guns. Major Slack is lots of fun.
Major Slack attack.
There you go. Classic Major Slack intro. A lot of you have been asking for that, so there you go. I remade the intro. Dead Space Remake defied it, if you will. Dead Space Remake defied it. There you go. Yeah. So the classic intro. And those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, well, just look at the comments. Alright, so next objective. Take cover. We planted the explosive. Alright, so I hope that, oh, by the way, I hope you saved the game at the end of the previous video if you're like following this walkthrough. The same game station is right there. That's the last thing I did. Okay, so I hope you stockpiled this fan and the slasher claws, just like I told you. It's going to be a slasher that's going to pop out from the blown barricade. This may not finish him off. If it doesn't, you can either just finish him off with a couple of plasma cutter shots, aim for his arms, or just stomp him, which is what I'm going to do. But I wouldn't recommend stomping because it's actually quite dangerous. These things can climb up on you and initiate a quick time event and do a lot of damage. So I'm not a really big fan of stomping crawling enemies. I just did it that one time because I felt I could get away with it. Alright, so we continue on.
Remember, when you reach the morgue, find Captain Mathias' body. Get his rig codes, and the computer's all ours.
Got it. Okay, and this is an upgrade right here. Plasma cutter upgrade. This will give the heat accumulator upgrade, if I recall correctly. I know what it does, I just forget the exact name of it. Basically, it adds damage over time to the plasma cutter. Alright, so bring a fan in here. And here's where we can continue Nicole's side mission.
All personnel. This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help. Look at his wounds. We can't handle so many trauma cases, and the command crew won't tell us what's happening. He's seizing. Shit. Maybe I have some PHP left.
Okay, investigate the emergency room. How do you do this? You gotta put power... Or sorry, that's the previous objective completed. Now we have new objective. Follow Nicole's hologram. And she went in there. And we can get in there by simply putting power to the shower. That'll open up these two secret areas here. Get some ammo there. And slide this panel aside to find Nicole's secret office. And she's going to tell us all about that as soon as I pick up the audio log.
Medical log, Dr. Nicole Brennan. So much for being paranoid. I repurposed this room to run counseling sessions without unitologists interfering. Now it's the only place I feel safe. I recovered a limb after yesterday's attack. Genetically, it's human tissue with bizarre mutations. But it's just a sample. It's not enough to figure out a cure. I need... Wait, where's that report from engineering? Here. The engineers pulled something out of machinery. Limbs missing, torso intact. Okay. Time for a real autopsy.
Alright, and the next objective we can't do. Why? Because several tram stations are still locked down. I don't have a way to engineering. There you go. So, have to table that for a later date. Namely, next chapter. And let's continue on with our objective here. Here, whatever you do, don't turn off the lights because the power core is going to pop out and I'll explain about that later. What I'm doing now is I'm stockpiling for a lockdown that's going to happen when we take out the power core. That's a stasis bomb. And you can read this. Pause the video if you so desire. Just going to scroll down and pause it after each scroll so you can have time to read it. And there we go. Okay, so around the corner here, right here is a steel rod. And there's another steel rod over by Nicole's secret office. So that's 2 instant kills. I'm going to stockpile these here. I grabbed the other one earlier. And now I'm going to stockpile a whole bunch of fans. I think I'm just looking around for loot. My usual shoot now, loot later
Security clearance required.
agenda doesn't apply to Dead Space Remake, because what I found is that those little pop-up notifications that, you know, like you get indicating that there's loot, I find that really distracts me when I'm running around in a panic. So I know you can turn it off in the game settings, but I don't like to turn it off because I like those, but I just don't like them when I'm in combat. Okay, so now I'm going to start stockpiling fans. Something I've learned is that if you put a fan up near a wall like this, don't do this, okay? Because sometimes the game won't let you grab something that's up near a wall. And here I'm just like a couple shots from the pulse rifle because that's the cheapest ammo you could use. And I'm catching the fan on the way down, because sometimes when you dislodge fans from the ceiling, see how I moved those fans away from the wall there? That's what I've learned, yeah. When you drop fans from the ceiling, what happens is sometimes, not always, sometimes when they land, they just disappear. I'm assuming they're clipping through the floor. So that's why I catch them on the way down using kinesis. Okay, so we're all ready now. Everything's going to jump off when you turn off the lights and pull out the power core. Usually just pull it out and throw it away and grab a steel rod. And the first thing that's going to spawn is 2 lurkers. Normally I wouldn't waste steel rods on lurkers, but I want to get rid of these guys right away. Because what's going to happen is they're going to start bopping around, take their time while these slashers come down me, okay? And then use a fan to cripple that slasher. And I'm putting these 3 guys in stasis because they kind of blocked my way to my stockpile of fans. And then I just laid out a proximity mine, which was more like a field test than anything. I wouldn't recommend that. It spends a lot of and now this is kind of falling apart, so I'm going to use my stasis bomb, freeze those guys, and now I got access to my fans again. Cripple all these guys. Now they're all crippled. And what I would do here is just find stuff, or just shoot the first guy, grab some claws off him, and then finish off the other guys. But once again, I popped out a proximity mine because I was field testing, basically. You know, there's like 3 down slashers. Like, I was wondering, wonder how much damage I could do with a proximity mine from the pulse rifle. So that's why I did that. But we're going to recommend that. Your best bet if you really want to save ammo with those, if you got like all 3 slashers crawling towards you, shoot the first one with a couple of plasma cutter shots, and then use his claws to kill the next one, and then use the claws off that one to kill the one after that. That's the cheapest way to do it. Basically, when I go into gamer slack mode, often I get so immersed that I forget that I'm doing a recording. So that's what it looks like, you know. It's basically called inaudible. It's like, okay, let me try. Because I saw they were all down. Then I was like, oh boy, what a golden opportunity to pop out the proximity mine and see what happens, you know. Okay, so what I did here was I just put the power cord back in and turned back on the lights because I want to take a quick look around and make sure I got all the loot. And I want to stockpile some stuff for the next section. To get out of here, you have to remove the power cord and put it over... It's right behind me. I'm going to show it. It's... come on, Slag. Right there, right there. Right to Ryzik's left there. Okay, so I'm going to do it. By the way, in case you're stuck, like how to get that power cord, I don't know if I was entirely clear about that. You have to turn off the lights to get the power cord to pop out. I must have spent about an hour trying to figure that out. So I knew I needed the power cord, but I didn't know where it was. That's how you get it. It won't appear until you turn off the lights. So just to save you some trouble, in case you get stuck with the same thing. Okay, so I'm just bringing some junk ammo over into the next section. It's always good to have like something to kickstart a fight. Because as you know, when there's slashers, all you need to do is kill the first one and you got ammo to kill the next one. Okay, first thing that's going to spawn is a lurker there. Instantly kill him with a slasher claw. Then the leaper is going to come. Knock him back with a slasher claw. And finish him off with another slasher claw. And now you can actually grab his tail and use that as a weapon. It's basically the same thing as a slasher claw. Down that, okay, this is the way to continue. And there's a stasis recharge station here. Let's use and abuse that. And see what this individual is up to. I don't believe you actually have a medical degree there. Bad girl. Bad. Now punish yourself. Sorry about that, Isaac. I think we were all kind of hoping that by punishing herself, she would just like, you know, roll down her pants and spank herself. But yeah, well, better luck next time. Okay, so down this way is a power node. It's basically a dead end, but we definitely want to go get that power node. So I'm going to stockpile some ammo here. What's going to happen is going to be an ambush of 3 slashers. 1 in front of you and 2 behind you. It's a total clusterfuck, pardon my French. So be ready for this. I strongly recommend stockpiling some fans and whatever you can. Definitely fans, so that at the very least you can disable them, like cripple them. So now I'm just looking around for fans and or fire extinguishers, but I don't think there's any in this area. Three fans will do the trick though, because we got lots of stasis, and y'all listen to this while I stockpile some more fans.
He left me. I woke in the dark with them scratching in the walls. Scratching like rats. And you all locked me in with them. Fuckers. I'll cut them out. I'll cut them out. I'll cut them out.
Okay, so we got our 3 fans. The plan is to cripple the first one we see, turn around, put the next 2 in stasis, get behind them and cripple those, and then finish them off. Aim for the knees, down he goes, slows him down, stasis, run up past him, stasis the next one. And I decide to cripple him. And here I lost track of the fan. So I had to bail out and run back. I don't know if the game disappeared it or what. It was there when I came back. So now I have to quickly, like, farm another fan. I know one's still standing, so I'm going to aim for him. Okay, bring him down. And then it's just going to use my plasma cutter to finish off the first one. Grab his claws. Finish off that one. And then grab his claws and finish off the third one. There you go. So basically that entire fight just cost me 2 plasma cutter shots. Wouldn't have cost me anything if I had been able to grab that other fan, which somehow it seemed like it disappeared, but it is there. And this is just paranoia. There's nothing else down there. I'm piling up a couple of claws there. I wouldn't call it paranoia. It's like a good practice. Like whenever, right after every kill, grab some claws, stack them up, put them there. You never know when you might need them. It's free ammo. But there's nothing down here except the power node and some loot. So, and it's all clear.
Mercer, it's Terrence Kine. You were in surgery, so I left this with Warwick. He'll be discreet. I just got the latest report from Aegis 7. The situation's worse than Captain Mathias will admit. 40% of the colony's population is now showing symptoms. Depression, hallucinations, more violence. People are dying down there. I know it's linked to the marker somehow, but I just don't have enough data. Mercer, maybe I was wrong. We need answers by any means possible. That patient, Brent Harris, might be our last hope.
Alright, next is a lurker. Between here and the captain's room is a lurker. This fan here, don't worry about it. I wouldn't do this. Don't worry about it. Because there's nothing we can really use. I'm just like, this is kind of like just habit, you know. Stockpile junk ammo wherever you go. You never know when you might need it. Sometimes I don't do this and then I regret it because, you know, things fall apart further on. My beautiful plan falls apart further on and I'm going, damn it. I wish I'd, you know, stockpiled a few fans or fire extinguishers or whatever. In here in this next section, don't bring any junk ammo in here because... Watch for it, watch for it. Uh-oh. Hull breach.
Hull breach detected.
And everything gets sucked out.
Exiting vacuum.
But it gets fixed. Now I can bring stuff in. And basically what's next is a lurker. There's a fire extinguisher here, and there's one off to the left there. You may be able to grab that one. Lurker's going to spawn up a hit around the left corner. You know the deal. Wait till you see him spawn his tentacles, then aim right at his body. And whip that fire extinguisher for an instant kill. Okay, so now we have to power up the door. Grab the power core. It's always there. It was off to my right there. I'm just rushing back to see if I can bring some other stuff in. Good time to save the game too, because now we're coming up to the captain's room. And the captain's room, and let me tell you, it's a clusterfuck with a capital fuck. Okay, pardon my French. It's really messed up. But you're rolling with the slack. Stick with the slack and you won't get whacked. And I hope he set up a beautiful ambush for the Infector. We're going to face a new kind of enemy called the Infector. This Infector, what it does is it finds dead bodies and basically, how should we say, becomes biblically acquainted with them and resurrects them as necromorphs. And henceforth, you're going to be seeing infectors throughout Dead Space. Whenever you see an infector, your #1 priority is to kill it. Otherwise, it's just going to keep resurrecting more dead bodies as slashers. Okay, so there's the power cord. Plug that in so you can continue and take the elevator up to the captain's room, and just bringing some junk ammo with me. Just doing this because I forget how many fans, if any, are available in the captain's room, and it would be really good to have a few fans in there. There is a fire extinguisher in there, and we're going to use that to set up a beautiful little trap for the infector. Okay, so here's the captain's chambers. This is where the infector spawns. It's like this bat-like creature that crawls around on the ground, looking for dead bodies to resurrect as necromorphs. It's a pretty tough son of a bitch too. So, I would put a stockpile of fans. This is something I've learned, even like in this recording, since I've like twice been in a situation where I couldn't find my stockpile of fans. So now I'm going, you know what, I should start stockpiling fans, first of all, in a brightly lit area so that I'll remember where they are, and don't put them too near a wall. Okay, so put the fans there. Next, we're going to lay a trap for the infector. He always ends up wandering over here. Always. Right here. Just want to break open this box first. So here's how to set up a beautiful trap to one-shot the infector. First of all, you're going to take the stasis bomb here and put it right here. This exact spot right here. Then you're going to... I'm just repositioning it right about there. Then you're going to get this fire extinguisher over here, which is always there. Grab that, and you're going to put it right next to the stasis bomb. Then you're going to use your pulse rifle, alternate fire, and lay down a proximity mine right beside this. Boom. There we go. Now, when the infector comes near the proximity mine, he's going to blow the stasis bomb, and he's going to blow the fire extinguisher, and he's going to blow, of course, the proximity mine. Instant kill. And even if it doesn't kill him, he's going to be put in stasis so that he's not going to be bopping around and you'll be able to finish him off. But normally it kills him. Okay? So that's the infector taken care of. This dead body right here, I haven't experimented with destroying it. That's a good idea. It's something I used to do in my old Dead Space run. Destroy all the dead bodies. So it might be a good idea to stomp on that body there. But maybe it might get respawned after the cutscene. Anyways, go in the captain's room and get this cutscene here. And you get to see an infector up close. Is that not the most disgusting thing you ever seen? Okay. As soon as the cutscene's over, aim your weapon so you know that when you're under control. Immediately stasis him, run over here, turn around, and lay in a proximity mine, and another one. 2 proximity mines. That should drop him, and then finish him off with a couple of plasma cutter shots. Finish him off as quick as you can. Quickly grab his claw and go out. And now we got to go after the infector. Because if he survives, you got to kill him. But he probably won't. And drop that slasher there. And cripple him. And the game wouldn't let me grab this fan here. This is something that seems to happen. So I just kind of... I was trying to get a claw off him. By like popping in a couple of plasma cutter shots. And now I'm determined to get that fan. So I'm going to put him in stasis and run past him. Go back and get that fan. It's funny how the game sometimes just won't let you pick up fans at critical moments. And there we go. And that's it. That's how to do this area. Easy peasy. Bit of a hiccup. Couldn't pick up the fan, but you know, that's par for the course. Yeah, I forgot to experiment with that dead body there. if there's an infector in the area, you could stomp on dead bodies to completely dismember them, and it'll prevent the infector from resurrecting it. Although, and here I'm demonstrating something, if you lay out a proximity mine and you don't use it, just get close to it and press the button, whatever the game prompts you with, and you can turn it back into pulse rifle ammo and pick that ammo back up. So, no proximity mine is ever wasted. It's either use it or you can retrieve it.
Isaac, what's your status? Do you have the captain's rig?
Fuck me! Ugh. Transmitting codes now. I saw it, Hammond. A flying one turned the captain's body into another one of those things. The same must have happened to Chen.
God. Maybe the command computer has something. Where's Daniels when you need her? Head back to the security checkpoint. It's safer there. At least I can upgrade your clearance.
Okay, at this point, Hammond gives you security level 1. And you can open all security level 1 containers and doors. And we're going to do that before the end of the video. Like, not all of them, but some of them.
Isaac,
I'm here. What the hell's happening?
the computer says the Ishimura's engines are offline. We're on a decaying orbit toward Aegis 7.
Oh god. I have to get to engineering.
There's no time. That tram station's offline. Unless... Here. Head back to the flight deck. I'll guide you from there. If this damage report's right, there's a shortcut to engineering.
Okay, so now we can open these
Clearance confirmed.
security level 1 loot containers. And there's a security level 1 locker in here. There's another one on the other side, but that's at level 2.
Clearance confirmed.
Okay, get some chump loot there. We have to leave this one until we get level 2 at the beginning of chapter 4. And don't forget this power node here, which was previously locked behind the A level 1 security clearance. Now we can get it. And we're coming up near the end of chapter 2. And we're coming up near the end of this video. I want to thank you all very much for watching. And my name is Major Slack, and I approved this video. If you do too, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, and I'll see you next time for some more Dead Space Remake.